Thank you for joining us here today. So if you haven't already checked out our website, go to cocoonyoga.com. There you will find a wealth of resources for you, including our birth bundle virtual guide. This is a guide of all the resources, referrals, links, recipes, checklists that I have compiled into one spot from your first trimester, second, third, and into your fourth trimester as well for after baby is born. So go there, check it out, let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thank you. So we're gonna start here today standing anywhere on your mat. So just come into a nice, comfortable stance. And then lifting, lengthening up through the spine and through the crown of your head. Just make sure you're standing up nice and tall. You can bring hands to baby or just gently rest them by your sides. I like to find a gentle sway in the hips. I like a little bit of movement. It feels good for me. And so closing your eyes, tap into that nice, easy rhythm of your breath. Inhaling to that space and place within you. Maybe that needs a little extra love and attention today. That place within your physical being that's maybe holding on to a little extra stress. So we often find a lot of tension in the traps and shoulders, perhaps in the face, the jaw, down the back, or maybe it's in your foundation in the legs. What needs a little extra love today? Take your focus to that place, in that space within you. Really notice all the stress and tension that lies there. And then I want you to start to feed your breath to that area. So with each inhale, navigate that oxygen, that rich, vital life force to wherever that is in your body that's feeling stressed. And then as you exhale, find a little bit of melting and release. If you like a visual, you can imagine candle wax dripping down. And that area of your body is melting just like the wax is. Just keep drawing those beautiful cycles in and out to the areas within you that need that extra love and attention. Nurturing yourself, helping to also nurture baby. Three more cycles, in and out. Okay, slowly start to flutter your eyes open, adjusting to the light. And we're gonna draw the arms out to the sides now. Nice bright fingers, activating those arms, and plug the shoulders into the socket. Imagine your shoulder blades are kind of kissing your spine back there. So nice active stance. So the legs are still active and charged. Nice strong mountain foundation. And here we're gonna inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, drop right ear to right shoulder. Let your head hang here in gravity. Notice where you're feeling any other sensations. For me, it's going down my arm. I can feel even through my bicep to my fingertips, very strong sensations. Now notice the difference between pain and discomfort here. Discomfort, okay. Pain, not okay. So if you're feeling pain, move away from that. If you're feeling slight discomfort, breathe into that. So your muscles and your energy, it needs that beautiful, rich oxygen with each inhale to help function and work properly. So feed the inhale where you're feeling stress and tension here. And then let that exhale melt it all away. One more cycle. Good, and then on the next inhale, we'll bring you right back up through center. Exhale, drop left ear to left shoulder. I know there's a fire starting to build up through the arms. That's okay. It's with intention that we stand here. Let the head hang as much as you can. Notice where you're feeling that sensation. If you need to settle the arms down, please do so. My cues are just suggestions, so do what feels good for you right here, right now. Breathe in to that discomfort you might be feeling, that extra tension that might be lying within the neck, shoulder, arm, back, chest, wherever you're feeling it. With each exhale, melt it like candle wax. One more cycle. Beautiful. And then slowly come back up through center, dropping the arms, give the shoulders a little roll out. So if your feet aren't already, I want you to take that stance and plie the toes out. So the heels are a bit wider than the hips, and then the toes are just kind of plied out to the sides. Feels really comfortable for the hips. You're ready to get a bit of movement in there, yeah? All right, so we're gonna take the arms by the sides and inhale. We're gonna sweep over to the left, and as you do that, I want you to pivot on the right toe. So don't keep the right heel down, rather lift it up and find this beautiful abundance through your side body here. As you exhale, come right back down through center, and then inhale will take you up and over to the right side, finding the beautiful side stretch through your left body. All right, let's start to follow with your cycle of breath, not mine, so don't follow me. As you need to inhale, come up, and then as you need to exhale, cycle back down through center. So you're gonna speed up or slow down your movement to match your rate of breath today. Yes, that is all prep. All these little cues are prep for your birth. Prep for tapping into that intuitive self within you, for what you need in each moment. And that translates to your birth too. You know what you need. Sometimes the mind gets in the way and we just have to let go and surrender, right? Be like Elsa. Yes, slowly. We're gonna come right back down through center, finishing up your last side now. And then still nice, comfortable foundation. I want you to clasp your hands kind of like you're holding your hand, and then just put it on the back of your head here, palming the back of your head. Push gently into the hands with the back of your head, and make sure that your ears are stacked over your shoulders. So the tendency is to kind of jut the chin forward for most of us. So we want to level that out, and like we're lifting up through the crown of the head, find that great alignment, stacking the ears over the shoulders. And then from here, drop the right elbow down and see if you can get your head tucked into the nook of your left elbow. Doesn't have to be right in there if that doesn't work for you. If like I said, if you're feeling pain in the shoulder, we need to move out of that a little bit. No problem. So push your head into your arm, again, getting that optimal alignment with the ears over top of the shoulders. So if there's any word that I can give you that you can take away into motherhood, into your birth, it is to surrender. And there's lots of good reasons why. We'll go into some today. Slowly come back up through, and then drop left elbow down. See if you can get your head tucked into the nook of your right side arm. Pressing, find that optimal alignment once again, standing up tall. So surrender is huge. If you've ever kind of experienced a strong physical exertion, whether you were running, pushing yourself physically, and you wanted to stop, you kind of hit that wall where you're like, oh, I need a break, but you didn't, you kept going, you kept pushing through. If you've ever experienced that kind of flood of hormones that gets released when you push through and surrender and accept that physical challenge, it's often referred to as a runner's high. Yeah, it makes you feel so good, just completely elated. Good, slowly come back up and release down, roll the shoulders out. That's very similar to during your birth, what happens. Okay, we're gonna go into that here. So first, let's get set up into chair. So I'm gonna show you from the side view. You can take a stance at the top of your mat, Root down all four corners of your feet equally into the floor. Blossom your bum behind you. And we're gonna inhale, lift the arms up overhead, settle your shoulders down away from your ears, and then settle in as if you're sitting into a chair. So sit your bum back. Check to make sure your knees aren't tracking over your toes. So push the bum back so that you can get a nice view of your toes here. If you don't want the arms up, if it's just too much right now, no problem. Bring them down to the hips. But what I want you to try and do is lift and lengthen up through the heart as much as possible. And this will help activate your core. So I'm gonna push you physically here just a little bit in the foundation. Okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe, because your muscles are working hard for you in your foundation, and you need to breathe and send your oxygen there in order for them to function properly. And your uterus, when you're birthing, the uterus that's pushing baby down, that is a muscle too. So you have to feed it. So don't hold your breath through this challenge. Don't hold your breath through a contraction. It's the same thing. Nice strong inhales. Nice long exhales through the mouth. Keep going. Inhale. I know it's getting juicy down there. Exhale. Now this is the hard part, is that mental balance. Can we surrender to this challenge? Can we accept all of it? The difficulty. Fear is up here, worry, guilt, anxiety, all of this stuff is swirling around us. Doubt, can I do this? Yes, it's all there. But when we surrender and accept to the challenge, we let go. And then that flood of hormones, beta endorphins, get released from the brain. And beta endorphins actually act on the same receptors as morphine does in the body. How cool is that? So if you want pain relief during your birth, we must let go. One more breath. You got this. Inhale to rise. Oh, and give it a shake out. That was juicy in the foundation. Find mountain at the top of your mat. All right, with hands on your hips, gonna take a giant step back with the right leg. So I want you to angle your back foot so it's parallel to the back of your mat. I'm gonna show you from the side view here. Parallel to the back of your mat and front toe facing forward. Inhale, open your arms up to the side. Exhale, bend into your front knee just so that the knee stacks right over top of the heel. All right, most important cue in this pose is to hug your legs towards the center line as if you're on a sheet of ice and would do the splits if you didn't engage the inner thighs towards one another. And that is for any pose where you split your legs in a yoga class, pregnant or not. It is so important to engage in here. And when you do that, you engage in your core, not your six pack. We want to just turn that area of the rectus abdominis off while pregnant. When you engage into that deep part of your core, it helps to give you that mummy center strong. It helps give you that height and lift in your alignment. Keep breathing, nurturing those muscles. I know that fire's building in the foundation. Feed it your oxygen. Beautiful. And then taking your hands to your hips, pivot on your heels now, coming to face the side of your mat. Plie your toes out. And here we're just gonna find a gentle bend from side to side. And so depending on how deep you wanna come into this ninja flow, will determine what you're feeling right here, right now. So check in. It doesn't have to be as low or look like me at all. What do you need right here, right now? That's what's most important. Remember to surrender. Surrender to it all. Surrender to the physical sensation you're feeling in the foundation. Surrender to any feelings or emotions that are coming in. Notice it. And then let it fall away. Let it melt away like that candle wax. Good. Let's do one more to either side, or just balancing yourself out. Building that strong foundation for birthing. Very essential. Good. And then let's come back up through center, hands to your hips. Now we're going to pivot on the heels to face the back of your mat now. So inch your right toe forward, back, your left foot is kind of parallel to the back of your mat. Open yourself up to the side and arms front to back. Bend into your front knee here. So finding your warrior two. Again, if you just want to have the hands on the hips because that feels better for you, you can do that. I don't so much care what's going on with the upper body. What I do want you to note is what's going on with the lower body. So can you activate, create that arch of support here that leads right to your mummy center strong. So it's right above your pubic bone, about an inch up, and way deep inside lives your core, your transversus abdominis. Harder to say that though, so I just say core. So breathe. Where are you feeling resistance? Remember, your uterus is a muscle and that is working hard during your birth. So you need to be able to breathe and let go. You need to be able to nurture and feed that big muscle in order for it to function and do its job. When you can let go, when you can accept the physical challenge, yes, you get this release of hormones called beta endorphins, and that gets released and actually acts as the same receptors as morphine does in the brain and in the body. So if you want pain relief during your birth, let go, surrender, accept it all. Don't resist against it, because that path will take you down fear, doubt, negativity, guilt, all of that unhelpfulness. Go down the path of fight and use your breath. Stay calm, stay focused, stay present, and surrender. Good. Taking your hands to your hips now. Let's pivot on the heels all the way to the front of the mat. Hop your back foot up, give her a little shake out, and come take a stroll to the back of your mat. There's no easy way to get down onto the ground when you're pregnant, so let's just do a genie squat, reaching for the floor, and come forward and forward and forward, all the way onto your knees. So the biggest fear that comes up for most pregnant folk is pain during their birth. Am I going to be able to cope? Am I going to be able to manage with the pain? And so this is one huge, fantastic tool that you can start to practice now, is this ability to surrender, accepting the challenge that's coming ahead and then letting it go, not resisting against it. Okay? Bringing your knees wide, toes together, and sitting back on your heels. Walking forward, coming into this wide knee child's pose. If you need to bring in any props to help fill space, always do so. And seeing if you can get your head all the way down onto the floor or the mat or your prop. Keep reaching the arms in front of you, lengthening long. Take a big inhale, find that abundance. Push your breath to wherever you're feeling resistance in your body. And then your long exhale, feel your torso melt in between your legs. Drawing baby, settling baby towards the floor. Letting go. If you're a control freak like me, you might find it very challenging to do so. To just ride each wave out, each contraction. It is hard, and so this is why we practice now. One more breath. And slowly, slowly walk your way back up and up and up. And we're gonna swivel the feet around to come to sit on your bum. But if pain is something that you fear, this is one great tool that you can do. Your body will help you with that, like a natural morphine. Let's bob the knees, feet are together in bound angle, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Reaching across the body, take your right hand, clasp the left knee, and you can just plant your left fingers behind you to help inhale, give you that lift and lengthen, and then exhale, find a gentle twist. It's a very gentle twist, the head's rotating around, the shoulders. And your hand doesn't have to be on your knee, it could be anywhere on your left leg as well. Modify, do what feels good for you. Don't compare yourself to you last week. Don't compare yourself to others. This idea of comparing, as mothers especially, comparing ourselves to Instagram moms or friends, family, it's just this, it's a black hole. It's a rabbit hole we don't want to go down. Good, slowly come back and around and reaching across with the left arm, grabbing a hold of the right leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, rotate around. And so set yourself up for success. And what a gift, what a treasure that is to offer to yourself and to your children as they grow older. And I have an almost 10-year-old, and she's comparing herself to others and friends and peers. What a gift to be able to teach them to stay present, to find gratitude for what they do have. And you're doing that right now. We're teaching ourselves to do that, and that's where it starts. Good, slowly cycle back and around in front. And let's find a little heart lift. We're not activating the belly here. We're not doing a back bend. Just squeeze the shoulders to the spine, gaze up. And then roll yourself forward into this space, taking your gaze towards baby. Coming forward slightly, let your head hang. Wonderful. All right, slowly make your way back up and find a comfortable seat. So it's a very quick Shavasana, quick and dirty class here for you. Come up into your tall seat. Close your eyes. You can take hands to prayer or just simply take them to baby. And here we find that gratitude for all that you have right now, right here in this present moment. You have your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, nurturing you, nurturing baby. And so with each inhale, nurture anywhere in your body that needs a little love. And with each exhale, be like Elsa and let it go. Surrender. Thank you for joining me here today. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste.